It's the Game of Jack and Bro. Guys, don't forget to push that subscribe like and bell icon next to the subscribe button because you will get notified every time I post a video. Ain't that good? Alright, let's begin. I already did that. That was our last video.
It covers recognition on your birthday. This is new, and we're still working a lot of things out. So it will include some type of recognition for your birthday. And it covers January
Planet
to
Dolen.
January. So even those in the summer will get recognized.
From mistakenly declaring your love to a random old man, to singing happy birthday for a stranger, Planet Dolen crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about our most embarrassing wrong number calls. I'm Doopy, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by the fake Jaden. When Zaragonba was in the 8th grade, he was secretly in love with a girl in his class. They spoke every night on the phone. One night, he decided it was time to man up and tell her how he felt. So he called her and waited. The second he heard someone answer, Zaragonba blurted out,
I love you. I've always loved you.
He didn't hear anything for a few seconds. Then an old man with a deep voice said, sorry, Sonny, you've called the wrong number. Zaragonba later found out his crush got a new number and gave her old SIM card to a relative. He really wished she'd told him that before he declared his love to some random old guy. Number 9 was submitted by Awkward Scientists. One day, Ghost Toast wanted to call his cousin for a chat. He accidentally got one number wrong with...
Okay, what the heck is that? Is that like a bracelet or is that part of his body? I don't know. But at first, when I first saw that, I thought his hand was tied together. Like, what?
dialing and ended up calling some old lady by mistake. Ghost Toast apologized, but the old lady was drunk and wouldn't listen. She thought Ghost Toast was her ex-husband calling and started hurling abuse at him. Ghost Toast decided to hang up, but the crazy lady called back 5 times just to scream at him. In the end, Ghost Toast had no other choice than to block her number. He made sure never to dial a wrong number again. Number 8 was submitted by Foxmaster2. One day, Melissa was leaving work when she noticed she had 6 missed calls from an unknown number. Melissa thought this might be an urgent call from her mom's work number, so she called the number back. The woman answered right away and shouted, "When are you guys delivering that dildo?" She sounded really distressed, like it was a matter of life and death. Melissa had to awkwardly explain that the woman had the wrong number. She later found out why the mix-up had happened. Her number was only one number different from a local sex shop's phone number. Number 7 was submitted by XX Daenerys XX. One morning, Pandora woke up after having a very sexy dream. Her first impulse was to text her friend about it, so she grabbed her phone and wrote, "Oh my god, I dreamt I was squirting." But when Pandora hit send, she realized she sent it to her mother by mistake. Her mom sent back a bunch of question marks, so Pandora had to cover up saying, "Oops, stupid autocorrect, it's supposed to say surfing." Her mom was not convinced by this lie, so it was a pretty embarrassing morning for Pandora. Number 6 was submitted by Kriokini. One day, Honeybits was chilling in her room when her phone rang. She glanced at her screen, saw a short name beginning with the letter M, and answered it, thinking it was her mom. But instead of a simple hello, Honeybits answered the phone by saying, "Hey mom, did you get my tampons from the store yet?" There was a few seconds of silence on the other end, then a masculine voice said,
No.
That's when Honeybits realized that it was her crush calling. He was calling to invite her for a drive in his truck. Honeybits went for the drive, but she was so embarrassed she could barely look him in the eye the entire day. Number 5 was submitted by Moat of Labrosse. Back in the early 2000s, Spinal Palm bought his first camera phone. Since camera phones and texting were fairly new at the time, Spinal Palm decided the best thing to do with this new toy was to stick it down his pants, snap a photo of his junk, and then text it to his friend who was sitting just a few feet away. Unfortunately, he sent it to the wrong contact. It went to probably the worst person possible, his psychiatrist. She cracked jokes about it every time he went in for an appointment. He was so embarrassed that he ended up changing psychiatrists. Number 4 was submitted by LSSJ Gaming. One time, Gurgak and his friend were stuck on a really difficult level of Donkey Kong. Gurgak's friend suggested they call the official Nintendo hotline to get some help. So Gurgak went and grabbed his mom's phone. Gurgak ended up messing up the number and calling a phone sex hotline by accident. They realized their mistake right away, but decided to play along. Gurgak put the woman on speaker and they both had a good laugh about it. Unfortunately, Gurgak's parents weren't very happy about the expensive phone sex charges on their bill. That was an uncomfortable conversation for Gurgak. Number 3 was submitted by Mega Pickle. When Pringle was 15, he felt like catching a movie with his friend, so he found his friend's name on his phone contacts and hit call. No one answered at first, so Pringle waited 10 minutes and then called again. On the 5th ring, someone answered. Pringle was about to start speaking when his friend's dad suddenly said,
"Listen, I don't know who you are, but give me another 20 minutes. I'll call you back. I'm balls deep in the wife right now."
Pringle was so shocked that he immediately hung up. He looked at his phone and realized he'd been calling his friend's house phone, not his mobile. 6 months later, Pringle went to the same friend's house for his birthday. His friend's dad told an embarrassing story about a telemarketer who kept calling while he and his wife were having sex. Pringle kept his mouth shut and never called his friend's home phone again. Number 2 was submitted by Lampent.
Insidious was a kid. Dad was away on the work. He was even away on his own birthday. Sid called his dad up and sang happy birthday to him at home. Sid called his dad's number and sang the most exciting rendition of happy birthday he had ever done. He finished singing and the other end said, "Max," in a deep, singing voice. Sid asked his dad to show him around, so he said, "I know it's me." Caller told Sid he had the wrong number and thanked him for the great happy birthday.
Alright guys, I'm back.
Number 1 was submitted by
There we go. Yeah. What the heck do you not get? The wrong number! It's the wrong number, so stop it! Wow. Oh. So don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, and push that like button down below. And don't forget to push that notification button, which is the bell icon next to the subscribe button. See you guys next time. Have fun. Gamer Dragon is out. Gamer Dragon.